a, well, I said an episode, but this will be a really quick live. But whenever you're going through like a hurt or pain, and it's not physical, but it can start feeling physical if you let it overpower you. You got to push through it. Like my whole entire life, I've always pretty much gone through certain situations. I go through a period of feeling loved and wanted, and then I go through a period of feeling like nobody wants you, nobody wants me, nobody wants to deal with me. I don't have my stuff together. I'm not worth shit. I've been going through this my whole entire life. So now I done came to the conclusion now, like you first of all you gotta push through that. But before I do anything else, especially when it comes to like intimate relationships, I gotta make sure I have my stuff together. And I'm telling this to my subscribers, I'm telling this to younger people too. Just have your stuff together. Um, you might not have everything, you know, the way you want it. But you need to have necessities together. Like you need to make sure that you have your own house. You need to make sure that you have your own car. You need to make sure you have a reliable car, right? You need to make sure you have money in the bank. You need to make sure you have that. You need to make sure that you have grown people business taken care of, insurance, dental. You need to have those necessities covered and ready just in case anything happens, especially if you're going to be in a relationship. Because that right there is it's needed and it's required, and especially um, if you don't want to if you don't want any arguments when it comes to that part. Because honestly, I feel like not having those things in place has definitely put me in a position to be hurt, to be let down, to feel like I'm not wanted, to feel like, you know, I'm not worth shit. Like it makes me feel that way. But like I tell you on my shorts and everything, just because you feel that way doesn't mean that you walk in that way. All right? You don't walk in that. You have to push through. Like every day I push through. I do my exercises, I do my content. Um, of course, I do my prayers. I pray first thing in the morning. I do my meditation. I do my affirmations. But yeah, you know, you gotta work through that, guys. You gotta work through that. Work through that pain. Work through the suffering. Um, because if you can get through that, if you can get through these difficult times, especially mentally, right? Because that's where it hurts the most. And if you focus on it, it can start physically hurting you as well. Like you can start having like heart problems and breathing problems. But I don't never get to that. I don't never get that far in. I try to just overwork it. I try to work over all the pain. I try to work over all the suffering and the frustration. But I'm gonna make sure that I have my stuff together next time. And even if, say for instance, right, and you know I don't believe it's gonna happen, but say for instance, I'll never, I never get everything, or I never get the stuff that I know that I need to happen. I'm just gonna die alone. I've came to that conclusion. I don't want to, but I've come to the conclusion, man. I don't want to disturb anybody's peace. I don't want nobody to disturb my peace. I don't want to feel like I'm a burden to anybody. And I don't want a person to be a burden to me. I'm not going to force anything. I'm never going to force nothing to work. And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But the older I get, I realize that, like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of trying to do the best that I can and it's not accepted. You know? I'm just being honest with you. What's good with you, Felix? Welcome to the live. Um, Everybody has their own things going on, and you know, nobody has to. the answers to life, but if you're doing the best that you can in life, just keep going hard, keep doing the best you can. Don't make any excuses. And yeah, yeah, that's all I got to say. But it's definitely gonna hurt. You get broken up with, somebody don't want to be with you on an intimate type of level anymore like that. It's gonna hurt. There's nothing you can do about it. You just have to go through it, and just go through it, because the thing is, time heals. It definitely do. Like, the more time goes by, it does heal. Um, I've gone through this so many different times in my life, and I thought it was really going to be over with, but it's still happening. It just kind of motivates me to go even harder. You know, it motivates me to go harder. So in my next situation, my next relationship, um, I know I can offer that. You know, I can offer everything that a person might want when it comes to being in a relationship. But it's going to hurt, especially when you get let go or things doesn't happen the way you want it to. Yeah, it sucks, guys. But what I've been doing lately, I just been uploading more content, doing more content, and uploading more motivational videos. You know, I appreciate y'all though. I appreciate everybody listening. I appreciate everybody joining in. Like, y'all don't know how much it means to me. All right. But until the next time, guys, make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can stay notified. And I'm out.